Hello friends, this is Karthikeya Singh working as an assistant professor in School of Management Sciences, Varanasi. As we are covering research process in detail, and we have already covered formulating research problem, review of literature, developing of working hypothesis, preparing research design, determining sampling design, and we are going to cover collection of data. There are several ways to collect data and we are going to cover it one by one. The first one is by observation, and in observation there are two ways. One, direct observation is there, and another one is indirect observation. Direct observation means the researcher is going to be part of that group which is expected to be observed. Like for a class, if your CR is observing, by becoming part of that group, that particular observation is going to be called as direct observation. Indirect observation may be termed as disguised observation, which we usually observe from outside. We are not going to be part of that group, and we are not going to be included in this group, and group is not aware that they are going to be observed from some other mechanical devices or from outside. So this second type is indirect observation. And by if you want to do this observation, we usually use mechanical devices. So through mechanical devices we do this observation. So we have to remember it: direct or indirect observation. Indirect observation may be termed as disguised observation. Second one is through personal interview, and personal interview can be of two types, like a structured and unstructured. A structured means defined format would be there, which particular question is going to be asked when it is being scheduled in a structured. Unstructured, next question followed by the previous one depending upon the response of the first question. So unstructured question follow as per the talk goes on, as per the response of the client or response of the respondent. So unstructured is not a structured one, and it usually follow depending upon the response of the respondent. Or structured, it has a predefined structure on the basis of which we usually ask questions. Likewise, telephonic interview is also going to be segregated into two, structured as well as unstructured. So here also, if that question which is expected to be asked from any of the respondent, if it is in a particular format or a structured format, it is going to be termed as structured telephonic interview. Where no format is going to be followed or no fixed structure are going to be followed, that particular category will fall under unstructured telephonic interview. Apart from it, mailing questionnaire, this is the most commonly used format through which we usually collect data these days. Mailing questionnaire means we will usually mail a fixed format of questionnaire to the client, and clients or respondents are expected to respond on that particular format. For this purpose, we usually use Google Form these days. Other format may be of Google Sheet, or even few people use Google Docs for the same purpose. Moving further, through schedules, there is a difference between questionnaire and schedule. In schedule, one enumerator remains there, and duty of enumerator is to elaborate the question to the respondent, and whatever respondents are giving as a feedback, they are expected to write it down on the questionnaire. So in questionnaire, nobody would be there to elaborate those questions, but in schedules, one enumerator remains there to elaborate those questions for you. So these are basic types of data collection through which we usually collect data. First, by observation. An observation can be made through two ways: direct observation or indirect observation, and indirect observations are going to be called as disguised observation. Second part is through personal interview. Personal interview can be segregated into two parts: structured personal interview and unstructured personal interview. Third one is telephonic interview. As telephonic interview can also be uh, divided into two parts, structured and unstructured. By mailing questionnaire, this is the most common platform which we keep on using these days. And third and the last one is through schedules. And in schedule, one enumerator remains there to elaborate things to the respondent, and whatever respondents are going to respond to the question, they are expected to write it down on the questionnaire. So this is it. I have kept it very short because we are covering that as a part of research process. When data collection topic will come in the syllabus, I'll elaborate each and everything with a practical example so that we can have a practical exposure of all these methods through which we usually collect data. And these are very important in terms of practicality. If you will come to know the processes of observing things and making questionnaire, so there are specific techniques through which we usually create questionnaire, and it is also going to help you in future to do certain research on your own. So thank you so much for watching.